Yay. Good. So, keep trying to light this candle. We're here in this, there's so many things, but right now, tonight, we're going to have the balsamic moon. And that's what the moon is called when you just see a tiny little sliver right before she goes into the dark moon. And this, even the word balsamic, think of like the things that we know came from that, like balsam wood, it's very fragrant, light wood, and balsamic vinegar, how it like adds this like sweetness to the vinegar, and it is like this sweetness of the end of the moon cycle happening right now. And tomorrow we'll be in the energy of the dark moon. That's the completion of the cycle. And then on Wednesday, we have the new moon. So it's also completely dark, but it is the beginning, the rebirth of the moon cycle. And that happens on Earth Day on Wednesday. So for me, that's always a time of like, I like to wear black during these times, just to remember that we're in this dark phase of the moon. And those of you who maybe are here and live out in the country and you get to actually be in that darkness and feel that. Here in the city, we don't really feel it as much. So it's a nice reminder to sync up to the moon. And especially now in this time, so much of what my greater yoga community is just talking about, this great need to really deeply connect to nature and nature cycles. And those of you who have, allergies, I know some of you are on here with allergies, and now that everything is melted off pretty much, and today I can start to feel my eyes are a little itchy and just all coming in. But that's also like a great reminder of, oh yeah, it's this time of year and snow is melted and everything underneath is starting to kind of shift and shuffle and wake up. So as we bring all of that into this, heaviness that we've been sitting in our quarantine for over a month, and whatever it is, whatever's happening, you have this happening, and then you also have your own stuff, right? You have your own things you're dealing with, and the own stresses and all of that, and we can like be with it. When we ask each other, like, how are you doing? Most of us are doing okay. How are you feeling is a whole other thing. Thank you, baby. You're welcome. So I think that this practice is going to be about that. And I just said in my email today, and I know you're with me because we're all in this together, that today was a really heavy day. Just felt really heavy and really different. And that could be also we're 98% water. So as the moon goes into her furthest away from us, there's something we feel. We deeply feel that. So all of this will just be a drop-in practice. And even though I took all that time to light this candle, has a nice little wood wick, and it makes the crackling sound of fire, and it's made in airdrie. So I just wanted to light that, and I like the dark, the black, to honor the new moon time. So if you want to know more about that, it's a Lagom, L-A-G-O-M is the name of the company, and they're doing free delivery right now. And just been, yeah, awesome candles. And they have essential oils, and just nice to shop and support local, small company, like just a home-based business. So that's pretty awesome. Lagom, L-A-G-O-M. And then I'm going to take my box of the lovers. So this is the candle, this is the matchbox I've been using, and just bringing as much love as possible into this sacred space. If you have your candle, take your time now and we'll just light them. And just feeling into the creation of ritual, that we enter into this practice in your home space by creating sacred space. And this great, just differentiates where we are. So yeah, welcome in that light. Let's say the powers of transformation and the heat and the energy in the fire. And this is controlled fire. We can control this one in its little candle box, but ultimately the fires of transformation will transform whatever they touch, whether we invite them to or not. And then I've already shuffled my cards. I was choosing, and even before class, I chose my own card. And I'm teaching you, I want to give you the best class ever. This card I often get of this woman holding, flying with the moon, and says, I am ready, thank you. And this becomes sometimes my own mantra. I've chosen this card many, many times. I am ready, thank you. So whenever I'm embarking on something new, this card seems to come up. I don't know what that is today, but. And then I chose this one for all of us. I think it's perfect. It says, with a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. With a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. And interesting, you see the face is illuminated at her third eye, and her lips also are illuminated. And then behind we have this Sri Yantra. That's the name of this design behind her, with all the triangles interlocking. You might have seen it. The Sri Yantra is the embodiment in geometric form of Mother Lakshmi and of her creative power. And so Mother Lakshmi in the Hindu tradition is the mother goddess. You know, deeply, when we say mother goddess, Mother Earth, deeply tied to fertility and to, you know, abundance, to the crops growing, all of that. Lakshmi, and her yantra, those interlocking triangles, are the triangles of creativity. So, wow, I feel that that's a super appropriate card for us. Okay, so I'm just going to start by showing you our mudra today, and even though we're just going to show this to you. So we've been doing this like, here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors, and then we stop there. So we're going to take that mantra, this yantra, mudra, geez, I get everything straight. 420. This mudra, and we're going to move it different ways. So at one point I might ask you to close the doors of the steeple, and then we might go halfway, and then we're going to open. Okay, along that way, we will also interlace the fingers on top. So it's going to be just basic, and I'm going to ask you to maybe switch your interlace, so consciously you'll be doing that. Okay. So there you go. And then let's open. So sit on something that feels nice. Someone was asking me about meditation cushions. Sue, you're here. I know you've probably already done it, but these are the ones I have, and they're just nice to just sit on and move around a little bit and support you, make it very comfortable. So however you're seated, my friends, let's start with just lifting the hands up a little bit off your thighs. And just take a few breaths just like this. Just being in your stillness, in your space. As we gather together. Bringing a smile in. So we lift our hearts. Just by smiling, it happens. And now bring your thumb to just go over the nail of the index finger. We turn this into our mudra, Gyan mudra, and you can open up the 3 other fingers. So we're almost stretching our hands a little bit here. And feeling the effects on your heart, as if you're spreading your little wings just by extending your fingers and you're smiling. Feel your breath. And just take one more full breath in like this. You'll breathe out like this. And the next time you breathe in, release the mudra. And as you breathe out, start to bring these hands towards each other. Let go nice and slow. Feel into whatever you feel here. Heat, energy, vibrations. And you can hold that in front of your heart for a moment. Just releasing your energy in here and even imagining maybe you're holding something just incredible. And you can breathe in through your nose. The smell is pleasant, and you breathe out. And you share your breath with whatever it is. Maybe you're imagining it as a bouquet of flowers or whatever it is, knowing that you are in the space of energy, unknown and unseen. And then bringing your hands together, and whether they touch or not is up to you. And they can stay in front of your heart, or you can cross them over and hold your heart space. And bringing on that smile, whether it's there for real or not. And just feeling into all that is surrounding you, all that you are carrying right here at this moment. And then even bringing in this mantra of this card, I am ready, thank you. I am ready, thank you. I am ready, thank you. And allowing your chin to drop as you bow down to all that is. And then inhale and grow tall once again. Exhale as you are. And we're going to take 3 breaths. We're going to have you take your hands down to the earth. And as you inhale, you'll sweep your arms out and up. And you can turn your face up even with your eyes closed. And as you exhale, you'll just reverse it. Take your hands down, touch the earth, drop your chin. Just coordinate this so full inhale lifts your arms. And full exhale releases. I may have said 3 times. We're just going to keep going for a little bit. Just opening your breath, your wings, feeling into the space around you. And let's do 2 more. And you'll end with your arms up in the air. And then once your hands touch overhead, as you exhale, release them down nice and mindfully over the crown of your head, your third eye, your throat, and stopping in front of your heart space. And then inhale, lengthen once again, and exhale, bow down to the spaciousness, presence of your heart. Whatever's in it right now, opening, receiving, allowing everything to flow like water. With your breath, with the body moving, that you can expand this space so we stay open. Consciously connecting. We'll open practice and we'll chant the sound of love. And I feel that this is resonating so deeply, this saying love instead of om, and just sending it out even into your own house, filling it up. And so inhale. Love. Bow your chin. Open your hands out. Feel, you can even keep your hands close to your body just to start and just feel this love energy that you can just send it out with your breath, with your intention, with your open-heartedness. And as you feel ready, you can just offer it out. Maybe you lift your chin, you can open your eyes, just offer it out. Just spread it out. Yes. Beautiful. Good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start you off lying over your bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, then no problem. I'm going to show you how to build one. And so I'll start with taking, if you take a bunch of blankets or pillows, and you choose whatever's firm. So it might even be a meditation cushion. And I'll put the firmer stuff at the back. So if you have a couple of heavy pillows, or you take your big heavy blanket and you roll it up, make it nice and thick. And you're going to do that with, so I'll just take these out and just pretend I only have blankets. I'm going to do that with maybe like 3-4 blankets. Just going to roll them up. Okay, if you do have a bolster and you're all set up, then I'm going to recommend you take a blanket and you're going to open it up. I'm just going to turn so you can see heart. So I just have a blanket over the end of the bolster. So if you just roll off for a second. Okay. So I have a blanket over the end of the bolster and it's open nice and wide. And then I put one at the end for his feet. And then when he'll lie down, he can cover himself up with the ends. Okay, and if you're still blanket rolling with me, then we'll blanket roll. Okay, and then at the end, you're gonna take your last blanket and you're gonna fold it. So this one's in half. Now I'm gonna fold it into triplicate. So once you have a triple, then I smooth it out because you're gonna lie on it. So I also put a cushion on here, and then I'll put this over top and also a little bit on the floor. So I can sit on it, and that way it'll kind of maybe hold the blankets and the props in place. Once you get on this, you sit on it and you're like, okay, let's see how this is. Then you might have another blanket nearby so that when you lie down, if your head's hanging back, then you can just lift your head and put another blanket maybe underneath your shoulders, your head, and that actually feels really good. And then I'll have my arms open. So once you're here, you've made your bolster, then you could also take another blanket. It's gonna be worth it. It takes a lot of time for setup. Yeah. Hart's all set up, so he's like, hey, I'm ready. Okay, then you can take another blanket and you lay it on top and all the way out. And then I'm gonna take my last little blanket and just make a little roll for the ankles, your Achilles, to rest on. Okay, so maybe I might be moving a little fast. Your legs don't have to be right together, it can be apart a little bit. Then you can spread the blanket out, support your hands. You might even take another blanket to put underneath your arms. And see if you can open your chest. So if you're on the bolster with the 2 blocks, you already have an advantage for the open chest. If you're on the blanket rolls, then notice, oh, do I feel like my heart is dropping? See, I do right now. So I'm gonna put another blanket or cushion and just lift my chest. And just kind of keep building your nest and just keep getting in it. At the end, I just want you to feel super supported and held. And that your heart is lifted, your head is supported, so it's not dropping back too much. You're welcome to like wiggle down or up and just kind of find what feels really nice. And then if you want to put your hands on your body, or, oh, the other thing I did here, I did pull out my sandbags. And I know you don't have sandbags at your house, but they're a great thing because they just allow a little bit, it's like a weighted blanket. So I did pull that out because on these times of like anxiety, it's nice to have a little bit of extra pressure on yourself. And you could do that as well with a blanket, or I'm going to show you another way. Once you're in, you just cross your arms like we do right over as far as they can, like elbow over elbow, and you let them kind of drop into your chest. And that might be, if that's the best you can do right now, great. If you have something else you can put on your tummy, do it. Do you want to say anything? Yeah. And then just make it nice. Then the last thing to do once you're in it, you're covered, you might cover your eyes. And you could do that, I said a washcloth if you don't have an eye pillow. If you have a headband or a head covering, you can pull that down over your eyes. And once you're in it, then just be here. Feel it, and if something doesn't feel right and you need to move it, better to do that than to sit here the whole time going, oh, that does not feel good underneath my whatever. So move as you need to, make it nice for yourself. Feel like you're putting your baby to bed. You made a nice little space for yourself to just drop in. And just feeling your breath. If you're wearing your glasses, you might take them off. I say that because Hart's wearing his. Just allow and invite yourself to be present with you here. So If you have your legs stretched straight or knees bent, fine. Just feel the breath with the legs in this prone or a linear position. Notice where your breath is filling and emptying. And then you can stay like this with your legs, or if you like to drop them into Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees out. You might have another blanket or the ones beside you, you can just shove underneath, or the one you use for your feet if you need support. So however you want to put your legs is fine. If they're out straight, you can even go wider. And then as you change the position of your legs, just coming back to noticing the flow of your breath. Noticing any tension in your jaw. And you might open your mouth really wide a few times and rock your jaw side to side a few times. Just release that. And just coming back. And we're just going to turn the head to one side. So if you have an eye pillow on, you might have to take it off. And you're just going to lift your head up a little bit and then turn it to the right. And then, sorry. And then put it down. I'm just breathing into that. It's time for me to go. Okay. And so if you're still there, just take a few more conscious breaths. Notice any tension in the side of the left side of the neck. And you want to take the right hand over and massage, you can do that if that's comfortable. Otherwise, just be there. You might even press the left arm away a little bit more. Just gently, lovingly explore. And then as you feel ready, my friends, you take your time, nowhere to go but to go to the opposite side. And you just lift your head to center, maybe you readjust, and then you'll lift the head up, turn it intentionally to the left, and drop in. Again, just noticing anything. If you want to take the left hand over, massage, or move the right arm even out to the side a little bit more, up or down, just looking and exploring places of tension. And then bringing the head back to center. And just if you've taken your eye pillow off, you can leave it off. And if you're still wearing it, you might just gently take it off here. We're just going to do a little mudra exploration with our sensories, our chakras, the upper three. So just take your hands over your heart and just rub them together here. Just activating the hands. You can move your legs if you need to. So you have the soles of the feet on the floor, legs stretched. And just allowing the hands to just do their thing. Your breath nice and easy. And then we're going to come to just crossing the fingers over the hand, the outside of the hands, and find your Yoni Mudra that way. And then you're going to take the index finger side top pad. So just going to rest that on your third eye. And then the thumbs come in and they rest just on the divot where lip becomes chin. So that little divot there. You just kind of rest the thumbs there, rest your fingers there so it's nice and wide right over your face. And then you just kind of move them around a little bit. You might push the index fingers in and you want to pull the skin down so you kind of see where they go. And then once you kind of find that place, you just apply light pressure there and gentle drawing together of these two places. So you might even feel your bottom teeth through your thumb pads. So if this is the first time you've ever done anything like this, then just, smile and be inquisitive and just feel here, this connection. And that gentle press of the index fingers, inviting the eyes to relax. And as you hold that there and you be in your nice easy breath, just notice any sensations that you feel anywhere else in your body. So I'm just going to take a few more breaths like that, just a little bit of pressure, a little bit of drawing these two places together. And being deeply with your breath and sensations you notice. And just take one more breath like this. And then we're just going to walk those index fingers down so they rest just at the tip of your nose. And then the thumbs are just going to drop down to just underneath the chin so that your Yoni Mudra is open to halfway. And then, you'll walk them around with your particular nose shape and chin shape. You'll find the place that feels comfortable, and you can almost press the tip of the nose back towards the face just to open your breath a little bit. And then the thumbs are just holding maybe the chin, the bone of the chin you can feel there. And just taking a few breaths. Don't worry if there's no doing it right. Like just being here in this connection of the energetics of your fingers to the energetics of your face. So just lovingly supporting, holding the chin gently, the tip of the nose. And then again, as you be in your breath, notice any sensations you feel anywhere else in your body. Just let the breath be as relaxed as possible. And just take 2 more breaths in this mudra. And now we're going to move the hands away from the face. You're going to close the doors of your steeple. And you're going to bring this to rest maybe on your upper chest or closer to your heart space, like in the center of your chest, whatever it is here. You find your place here. As you press this into your upper chest, you might even draw the skin down a little bit. And then softening yourself into your support, your shoulders, your jaw. Just feel the breath as you contain your energy here in this mudra. And mudras are also yoga for the hands. If your hands, your fingers are feeling The stretch, then smile in and be present, not forever. As yogis, we practice being in discomfort. And take one more breath. Breathe out and then stay with this mudra. Stay here as you breathe in. But as you breathe out, you're going to release the mudra and release your arms back out to the sides as if you're opening your wings, opening your heart. And being with your breath and the sensations. And if you want to bring your legs back to Baddha Konasana, if you come out of it, you can do that. I'm just going to be here. Again, notice any tension in your jaw. If you need to open your mouth wide or wiggle the jaw around, even stick your tongue out. The tongue is a muscle directly linked to the throat. So you stick it out, you wiggle it around, you're stretching places that don't get stretched. So good practice. And so we're going to move out of this very slowly. And so here as you are, as you inhale, just open your arms out to the side, stretch your fingers, open your hands as much as you can. Just be there for a few breaths as if you're expanding your wingspan. And then you might start to move your hands, your arms just up and down. It might come off the floor a little bit, depending on your shoulder mobility. Feel here, imagine yourself flying, the wings of the heart open. And let's just do maybe 2 or 3 more flies. And then you'll bring your hands and arms straight up to the sky. And we'll bring the hands together. Opposite, interlace your fingers, bring it into your heart. Okay, find your steeple, open the doors. And now you're going to turn this so that the index fingers are going to rest maybe at the solar plexus where your ribs join. And the thumbs are going to anchor down into maybe the navel or below the navel. So you have the hands, so your pinky fingers are pointing up to the sky. And you brought this mudra into your solar plexus and maybe into your water chakra, which is right below the navel. Okay, so just feeling in here. If your arms feel, your shoulders aren't happy, then adjust what you need. Okay, now take the 3 other fingers, the ones that are the people that are crossed over, anchor them into the backs of the hands. So you make the hands and the fingers a little bit more dynamic. And at the same time, your breath is relaxed. And you feel the breath as it's being anchored here. And just noticing sensations. And then we're going to release this, but you're going to keep the thumbs where they are. Just lift the index fingers up, and then you're just going to find this mudra maybe the way we were holding it initially, but in the past classes. So the pinky edge comes down to rest, maybe low on your body, close to the earth chakra. And the thumbs are just resting below, maybe below the navel, maybe above. Whatever you've got here is perfectly great. The index fingers are maybe pointing up or towards like the cross quarter of what would be up in linear. Wherever it is, just feel and breathe. So when we hold the fingers on the outside here, we bring in Yoni Mudra and Linga Mudra, the bringing together of the masculine and feminine energies. These are earth energies, my friends. This is nature. And so feeling into all of that. And we'll have you release. And you might just rest your hands on your belly here, even as you release the mudra, just let them slide out. The elbows can come down. If the hands come to the sides of the waist more than the belly, that's fine. Just keeping this light contact with your body, your breath, the heat you feel in your hands. In the grounded, connected space of resting, supported, heart open. And then you can keep your hands as they are, or you drop back into this shape of whatever feels good. And we're here for another few breaths of just being present to whatever is arising in you. So even though I say this is grounding, this is relaxing and restful, if you're not feeling that way, then this is your opportunity to explore it from a safe, grounded place. To feel into whatever is arising and to be like water. So you use your breath and you disperse those feelings. Emotions are energy in motion. A little different than feelings. We can be emotional, and we can also be feeling stuff. Two different things. Even though they feel deeply entwined. So you could be feeling like you want to get out of this pose, but that's not an emotion. Being in the pose could bring up emotions for you. So receiving whatever is. Okay, so from here, however your legs are, just going to bend your knees, place your feet on the earth. We're just going to come to windshield wiper. So you can separate your feet wide and just rock your knees gently side to side. And because you're on a height, just noticing how this is. Maybe you need to move a little slower and more consciously. You might need to turn your palms down so you don't fall off your prop if that's what you need. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to bring you up to sit in meditation. And if you're like, I just want to stay here and meditate from here, that's fine. So if you feel like you want to sit up, you'll roll to one side and you'll carefully bring yourself upright. And then you'll sit. Make it nice if you're sitting in meditation. Now we're going to bring in all those mudras again in the seated. So make it nice for yourself. Prop up. So you can even take that blanket you're sitting on and just put it underneath you, make a little nest. Make a nest for your feet if you need that, and rest your ankles on there. And then you can cover yourself however works. So you make it really nice and beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to start with one palm up and one palm down. So even if you're lying down, you can do that. I didn't say which one. You just do what you do, and then notice where you put your dominant hand. Did it go up or down? Okay, I'm seated cross-legged, but you sit however is more comfortable for you. I'm just feeling in. So palm facing up is energizing, palm facing down is grounding. And here we are at the center point. Just feeling energy flowing. Okay, bring in that smile wherever you are. That's the body signal to relax. Okay, the palm that is facing down, that hand is now going to come up to rest on your heart. And you're just going to hold it there for a moment. You can spread your fingers, lift yourself tall. And as you exhale, bow your chin. And feel or imagine what's in your heart right now. And just flow down into that open palm. It doesn't need to even be anything specific. You could just, what's in my heart flows into my open palm. So I didn't say which palm. Notice if you were picturing the palm that's holding the heart or the one that's flowing down below you, whichever one. We're going to bring it all together. And so we'll inhale. As you exhale, take that hand over your heart down across your body and hold hands so that the fingers are wrapped around, not interlaced. The thumbs are crossed. And feel that you are bringing in all the things, all the things. You're bringing it all together. And then you use that hand, the top one, to lift the bottom hand up through its own energies. And we just keep them like this. We're just going to hold it in front of your heart, or if you're lying down, it might go somewhere else, all fine. And just feel this, like you have yourself. You are holding all the parts of yourself, everything that's in your heart. And in that way, what you're holding, you take the burden off, even just for this moment. That I can hold it here in front of me. And I am ready. Thank you. I am ready. Thank you. I am ready. Thank you. Now just bringing the palms together. And you're going to opposite interlace your fingers. Oh, let's bring the fingers inside this time. So bring the people inside and then find your steeple and your doors. And you're going to open the doors and find that the 3 fingers in the side, the people, are going to press their pad against their mate's pad. So you can even take a peek, see if the pads can come together and they can just press. Then you're going to bow your chin a little bit if you're sitting. If you're lying down, you do what you do. Bring the index fingers up, find your third eye, and the thumbs are going to rest on that divot where lip becomes chin. And you find it. Take your time, walk your fingers, massage a little bit, it's all fun. Then you find that place where you can push in and gently draw the fingers towards each other, fingers and thumbs. You can bow your chin, rest your shoulders, your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. Softening your gaze. If it's too much to keep the finger pads really pressed together, then soften, it's okay. Really drop in heavy. And notice sensations anywhere else you feel them. We're just going to take a few more breaths here. So settle in as much as you can. The eyes are heavy. And we're going to walk the thumbs down. So the index fingers come down to rest on the tips of your nostrils, and the thumbs come to rest. They just hold the chin bone. And feel free to move around, open your fingers, bring them together, find that place that works best for you. Okay, if the fingers together here is too much, you can also put them on top. And just breathing, dropping in. Opening your nostrils just by the press of the index fingers here. Just find a more spaciousness for your breath. And then noticing sensations you feel anywhere else in the body. I'm going to walk this down a little bit. So the index fingers are now going to come to just seal the lips at the center. And the thumbs are going to find the base of your throat. Okay, if that doesn't really fit properly, then just let the hands just kind of hover around those places as best you can. And then be here with your gaze, with your breath, with your presence. Just take 2 more breaths. And then we're going to just close the doors of your temple and bring that down to your heart temple. And just hold it there. Again, I'm still holding the fingers inside with the pads of the fingers pressed against each other. And I'm going to press all of this against the heart. And just feeling your breath and any sensations. Let your eyes be very heavy so that you are in this with your awareness and your breath. Just taking one more breath in. Maybe you exhale through your mouth here. We're at the halfway point. We're going to turn these, actually you're going to walk your hands down. We'll take the index finger solar plexus, open the thumbs as wide as you can, and they go maybe a little bit below the navel. Readjust your fingers as you need. There's a little bit of a softening in the arms here as they're a little wider, so find your place, be here. Just feeling the motion of your breath, the grounded connection you're offering, and the sacred touch, sacred mudra, and these sacred places of connection. Take one more breath. And then we're going to turn the hands down now. So the thumbs might go, they might go to your solar plexus and you might put them at your navel. You kind of feel what feels right for you. They might even go below the navel. So the thumbs, you place them wherever feels good, anchoring into the lower chakra spaces of earth, of water, of fire, of security, of flow, of potency, presence. So just breathing here, feeling the index finger pads touching. If you're pressing the pinky, the ring, and the middle finger pads against each other, then the index fingers will also be pressing. Maybe the thumbs as well. So however you are, just really consciously connecting to this power in your hands, your breath, your anchoring, your presence. And then we'll inhale. And as you exhale, you'll release your hands. And if you're in meditation, you'll put these hands maybe both face down. You might want to put them over your heart or your belly or hold them in your lap. Whatever you choose to do, go with it. Same with lying down if you're still lying down. And then as we drop in again here, notice any tension in your jaw. Open your mouth super wide. Move your jaw side to side, and you might even stick your tongue out and move it around a couple times and breathe out, just release, and then come back. Okay, if we're in seated meditation with the palms down, I'm going to invite you once again to find your Gyan Mudra. So that's thumb pad over nail of index finger. And you might even tuck that index finger in all the way to the base of the thumb. So you make a very, very small circle in this balsamic moon. Then we bring in this mudra of the new moon, or the death of the past moon cycle. And just breathing here, noticing anything that might be arising, any sensations, anything you're feeling. And really soften your eyes, even bringing in You know, evoking the feeling of your touch at your third eye, and then at the tips of your nostrils, your lips, the base of your throat, your heart, your solar center where your ribs join, your water center just below the navel, and your earth center at the very base. And then however you are, whatever position, being with the breath, just feeling it drawing up, maybe from the earth up to the crown of your head and back down. And let the lower jaw be relaxed, tongue resting, perhaps just behind the front top teeth, even at the hard palate. Being aware of the flow of your breath, connecting you to the earth energy and the energy above. And so be in your stillness, be in your own presence. I'm just going to leave you here for a few minutes to just be. You're holding the mudra in your hands, just gently releasing it now and feeling the effects of that in your breath, realigning whatever you need to. And just feeling whatever's arisen or arising, any feelings, emotions, and just receiving them, I'm ready. Thank you. I'm ready. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Seated, and even if you're lying down, you can bring the hands together. And just bow your chin. And we're just going to bring the hands up, rest the third eye space on the thumbs. And this time you're going to let the thumbs just kind of tuck in so that they kind of tuck into in between the index fingers. And so you feel the index fingers also there, the thumbs there. So it's a little softer. The index fingers might be touching right at the center of your hairline. And then just dropping your head in. So you might feel the knuckles of your thumbs pressing into the upper corners of your eye sockets. If you don't feel any of that, it's okay. This might be there. Letting the doors softly open into the palms of the hands. If your head is bowed, if you're lying down, you just press it in. Just taking a few more breaths, and if you're lying down, it might be redundant to come up before Shavasana, so it's entirely up to you. We're just gonna move a little bit before we come to lie down. So if you're lying down on your back, you can even just rock the knees side to side and windshield. But otherwise, we'll inhale. And you're gonna release your hands down to your knees or your thighs or the floor. And with your eyes closed, just being very soft, just gonna start to roll your torso around a few times. And you can keep your eyes closed, listen to all your cracks and creaks, and start to find your own little dance here. So we honor this time of the moon cycle and this time in the life cycle, the history of humanity. Here it is. And here we are, right? Just bringing it in, offering it out, and being in our own worlds with our own stuff. Right? Everybody has their stuff, and what is today will not be, in the future. So embrace it. If you're circling, rotate the opposite direction. Just feeling it. Anything. You might add the wrists, might add the shoulders, the head. It's really being aware. Your grounded hips, your circling heart. So we're going to keep circling here, and you can slow it down. You can even move your hands, whatever. But now as you're circling, if we go back to the first direction, let the heart lead the way. So with your eyes closed, just feeling your heart is leading you, and your head is just going along for the ride. Just be with that. My heart will lead me in the right direction. Notice your breath sinking with the movement. And then we'll reverse at some place that feels right. Just being here. Okay, so as we always do, when we go into Shavasana, if you need anything else, you can honor that. Yes, so you can even take a little forward fold here if you wish. Walk your hands forward. Bow down to the earth and to yourself. You can change the position of your legs so they can stay crossed, and you can fold forward. You want to put the soles of the feet together. Do that. Open your legs. Whatever you feel you need. And I did say socks because I was feeling we need to honor our feet. So maybe if you haven't put your socks on, or if you have, just give your feet a little rub too before you drop in. And you like something underneath your hips. So we did all of this heart opening stuff. So as you come down, I feel like I'm throwing all this stuff at you. As you come down, you could even put something underneath your hips for a little bit. And then let the heart, so we kind of move the body in the opposite direction. So if you feel you just want to lie prone, that's fine. You want to throw one of your blankets, your blocks under your hips for a few moments, then honor that. And I am here to hold space for whatever you choose to do. You have carved out this time and this space to be with your practice. So You honor that for yourself. And don't, hey. Okay, I'm gonna hold him. That won't happen again. So many people are walking today, so, which is nice. Okay, so just being wherever you choose to be, the hips lifted or no. Okay. Just feeling your breath, your body, this grounding energy. Okay, those mudras we did in class today are yours now. Now you know them. So you bring them in as you need them. If you need some grounding, then you can offer that with your own sacred touch, however you need it. Just wherever you are, whatever position, Shavasana, or just forward fold, hit something under your hips, all fine. Just keep your attention in your breath as much as you can on expanding your heart. And if you think of that emoji or that a picture of a heart, you know, and then behind it another heart, another heart, another heart, another heart keeps getting bigger and bigger. Use this imagery for your own heart space, your expanding heart, your expanding love. Whatever it is that you're carrying right now, you know that, you know, like you would tell your child, you're doing your best, you're doing what you can, I love you. You're ready. Thank you. And as you settle, the breath becomes a little shallow. Allow that to happen too. Still lake has no ripples. It's thinking that as we drop into our restful Shavasana, that idea of a restful lake, still and quiet, and able to take on and disperse whatever's offered. And feeling your body like water spreading out from the inside to just fill the container of you. Almost like you're getting heavier and closer to the earth. As you release whatever it is you're carrying, these tensions that hold us tight. Now with this gift of time to be and to feel and to release. We are preparing ourselves like the caterpillar transforming to butterfly. We are preparing ourselves for transformation. And I am ready. Thank you. I am ready. Thank you. Softening your third eye, the base of your throat, your heart, your solar center, solar plexus, and the space below your navel, your water center, and the base of you, perineum, the base of the spine. It's feeling yourself opening, expansive and expanding. I am ready. Thank you. Just really dropping into whatever shape you're in, a little more deeply, like pebbles dropped into this lake. It's dropping down, down to the basin of the lake. And that pebble is your awareness, your attention dropping deep, deep down inside of yourself. To be with what is, and to honor it, to see it. And from that place, my friends, you can stay right here in your rest. You don't need to sit up. But if you wish to start moving and awakening yourself, then just do it very lovingly, consciously. And just meet up and seated whenever you get here, which doesn't even need to happen. I'm just going to give about 10 breaths. And if you're here, great. And if not, that's totally fine. As you come upright, however you are, just noticing and feeling into this moment and this experience. However you've placed your hands, just notice and good. And take you into this lunar mudra. And so I take whereas here's the church, here are the people and the steeple, and then we did this yesterday. Take the index fingers and the thumbs and just circle them against each other so that they're interlaced. And then I hold that. You can take a quick little look and you'll see like a circle of the moon and the crescents of the moon beside. And you can hold this anywhere. Maybe it goes in front of your heart with the pinkies out or down low. Wherever you put it is perfect. And just breathing in and out to the energies of nature, of the solar system, the universal energies. And keeps expanding and out. And we can bring it all the way in from universal energies, solar energies, planetary energies, lunar energy, earth energy, to our cities, our countries, our homes, our hearts, all connected. And we'll inhale. If you're holding this mudra, release it. Just bring the hands together in front of your heart. I'm just going to add one more mudra. Meditation, a grounding practice like this is about changing our aura. And it's the 7th chakra, the crown chakra. So interlace the 3 fingers over top, keep the index fingers pressed together. We'll come to this half yoni mudra, and you're just gonna put it on the crown of your head like a crown. So you can open your palms, hold it there, just feel, you know, your thumbs might rest on the crown of your head, right at the back there. They might curl, or you might have to turn them a little bit. Just feel like you've made a hat and you're extending your energies up right through the crown of your head. And so we're putting a little bit of weight onto the head. We're going to lift up into the head. Just take a few breaths here so you can feel this crown you wear. You know, I say gray hairs, we call them gray hairs. They're not gray, they're silver. And it is the crown. And we move into our crone years. Crone is the German word for crown. So honor your silver, honor your crown. And from here, as you inhale, lift these arms straight up, but keep the mudra. And just bring it straight up, lift yourself tall, reach up, feel yourself just sending the energy from the earth up. And then as you exhale, you can release the mudra, bring the palms together right down in front of your heart. Rest the thumbs on your upper chest as we do. And bow down to all that you are and all that you offer yourself here in this creation of space. So I deeply honor your practice. Every single one of you, I honor your practice. You know, it's a beautiful thing when you can be in relationship with your practice for so many years. You know yourself so deeply. You can really tap into this offering of what do I need right now? And that reminder that you are ready. I am ready. Thank you. I am ready. Thank you. And as you inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin. As you exhale, stay as you are. And join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. We'll seal that with one resounding love. And so as we do this, I'm going to start with my thumbs open as I receive it, and then I'm going to send it out at the end. So inhale. Love. Thank you. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Mwah. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. Namaste. Thank you guys. Again, may you rest well. Rest well. If you need to journal or draw, take advantage of being in your own space and do that. Great love and devotion for every single one of you here. Namaste. I'll see you soon. Yeah, some of you I'll see tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And the rest of you I'll see soon. I can't move. So I'll just say goodbye. I can't move her. I mean, she's pretty much like 8 months pregnant. So, you know, I know. I think like around May 15th, these puppies are going to come. So stay tuned. Right, guys. Yes. I'm going to push it through. Yeah. There we go. Thank you.